the effort. They're doing it on purpose.
Like when people spell good luck incorrectly because they really don't want to wish their opponents good luck. But
yeah, that's it. They don't want fun to be had in this match.
Yeah, good Luke, boys. Good Luke. Wondering what Luke. Actually gonna like square this up. Starting out, gonna have the Earth Spirit with the Pangolier here and showing the Jakiro top. And FNG actually taking a lot of damage here. Did force Blizzy to level the Slithering Crush. He might have it again in time with these slows coming out, but nope. The burn ran out a little bit too soon.
Yeah, like Slithering Crush versus Bash of the Deep. Like, there's a lot of players that go for Slithering Crush right now. In any case, on level 1.
I think this crucial part is just leaving it at level 1, right? You want to be maxing out using the sprint and the bash before you max out the crush. Too much value these days. Unless you get some super select scenarios, like we've seen Vladars to counter Broodmother picks before where they max out crush, but that's very far few in between. Pretty deep here, actually. We'll get scouted out by Chu, though, so they'll know that he's trying to make a wraparound play and get that creep wave.
Yeah, he's following him, but because of that, he's not helping the Nyx versus the Pango, so Pango is getting some one-on-one time on this lane, which is already better than the last few games in which we've seen Pango just struggle instantly and stay level 1 forever.
Definitely more pressure being applied onto Blizzy. I mean, you've got a Wyvern as support. It's not exactly the most harassy type of support compared to Shakira. Racing, kind of moving around. Getting towards bot here. Or is he just getting the sentry? Yeah, just been down. I think there's a ward. So what lane are we going to be looking at here, Liz? Which lane do we expect to see a little bit of blood sport occurring in? I mean, CIS Dota, there's got to be one.
Well, top lane looks very volatile, honestly. Like, you see the Slardar already like low on his region. Same goes for Jakiro. Jakiro has absolutely no region left whatsoever. And there's a lot of kill potential from level 3 on this top lane. Actually from level 2 as well. But once Wyvern gets it.
2 points
Bottom lane, bottom lane is a little bit harder as you have a lot of mobility from all of these heroes.
Except lifesteal, but then again, that's not exactly an easily approachable kill.
Yeah, and if he gets rage, it's very hard to kill him.
It might be something we eventually see a little bit of action on, but the problem here is it's not like these matchups we sometimes see with Queen of Pain where you make one small mistake and she blinks on you and kills you. You usually save that blink to move away from the static link like that. Yeah,
he's just basically just saving the blink. That's why Queen of Pain is one of the better answers to Razor. I've seen some teams try Miranas, but you just don't scale really well and the hero isn't really in a good spot right now. Some would argue that it's similar with Queen of Pain, that he's not really in the best place either, but I believe teams can make her work, and Afroninja, like, he loves that. He loves that Queen of Pain, so we're gonna have to see how much he can do in this game. Top lane FNG, he's getting pretty low.
Yeah. Can they get the bash deep off? They need 2 more hits. FNG, though, Fairy fires up. Blizzy with a dive. Gonna be slowed, though. Has to back away. Even tanks the tower. At least has a salve, though.
I thought they had him there, but with that Spirit Lance, Slardar just didn't have the movement speed necessary, sadly for him. They're trying, like, you can see the third Spirit is rotating around mid, but Chu is just following him really well, reading his movements and not letting him mess with Magical way too much. So far, Magical is even with Queen of Pain, but if third Spirit gets 1 or 2 rotations off properly, like, it can all fall apart for the Razor.
We'll see him hanging around. He's gonna roll in, actually. Doesn't connect, and the Curse Crown's been leveled into with the Brown Maze as well. Chu was waiting and holding the point the whole while. Merchant, he will fall as well because he doesn't have the roll. 1 more hit, and first blood drawn. Chu gets it. Beautifully done as well.
Yeah, very well played. They expected that aggression from Earth Spirit and they punished it properly. I'm a little bit surprised Queen of Pain didn't try to go in and help him out. Even with the link, even with everything, he has had all his spells. And Razor was quite low in that engagement, like sitting on 30% HP.
A little bit too afraid of the combo. And Chu, I mean, you saw him before that. He actually never bothered leveling at level 2. He was holding on to the point to see whether he could actually get value out of Cursed Crown, and paid off. Right now, I think the hack farmed pretty well. So it's a lifestealer though. I think the differing factor these outer lanes is going to be what Blizzy can get versus what Kulich can.
Mid lane, FO blinks in. Yeah, just gets a lot of damage sucked out, but that's about it.
Magical says thank you very much. The salve is full. Staffon has to heal up. Bot lane. Kulich. Cursed Crown. Already finding huge value out of this spell. Chu is enabled 2 big kills.
Playing F and G falls at the same time. Blizzy is getting a bit lower, but
he's almost got bash to deep though.
Yeah, like one more hit and he'd have the bash, so PL has to be careful there. They do get the bounties though. The Earth Spirit is there on time. He takes the top ones.
Chu gets the bot ones, so 2 apiece. Nothing too outrageous here on the runes at the 5-minute mark.
This is the problem for Gambit on this off lane though. You put Afterlife on this lane, the 1v1 with the Nikes, and yeah, he's doing fine. He has 26 CS. He's doing better than Blizzy in both of these games, but that's because they aren't really investing a lot into helping Crystallize. While Crystallize, even though he's one-on-one versus an offlaner, doing really well. When it comes to CS, he's on top, and he has that Midas complete at minute 5:30. Has Midas flying over to him. So he's gonna have the Midas to work with very early on.
Pretty rapid, and then what's the hack gonna build, right? He's eventually gonna go for that Diffusal. But you were talking about Diffusal against a hero that has a natural counter with the Rage, right? He's already got that built-in BKB. This is concerning. There's going to be, I feel like, a lot of pressure on Gambit to rely and leverage Afun in the mid lane to take control of this game. Yeah, the problem that I see that's going to come up for Gambit is the fact that when you're playing versus an Ix, you want to be pressuring his side of the map as soon as possible. You want to be pressuring his objectives, not only heroes. You want to be taking objectives and making that map as little as possible for him, so that even when he gets the Radiance, he can't really utilize it properly. And in this game, they don't truly have any objective-taking heroes. It's only the Jakiro that can help them out with that. Soneko, however, mid. Going deep for the kill on Snake. There might be a deny coming. Magical's waiting patiently. Wants to go for the whip and gets it. But is he been baited in? Is the real question. The Curse Crown going to come out. FNG in trouble. Static Link just drain the damage. Magical getting low. Does have a Fairy Fire though. Sonic Wave thrown out without hesitation and a haste so that he can just walk away with no mana.
Yeah, as soon as he had enough mana, he uses that Sonic Wave. Kills off the Razor, who got baited, as you called it. He tried to deny it. He did get the deny off on Soneko, but was that truly worth it, feeding your own life like that? Definitely not.
On that feel-good moment. Is it feel-good? But it's kind of like feel-good, but at the same time, you feel like you're betrayed by your own teammate. Rolling bot lane. Crystallize, batted even further away. It's a 4-on-1 scenario, and he hides in the creep. Do not make a sound. Can escort back to his way. Oh, no, there we go. Rage TP. Up towards the top. Push.
There
we shrine, go. Though.
Midas efficiency.
He could have went for the bot shrine, actually, because that would have had an active available. But he can heal up. He's a lifestealer.
Yeah, he'll heal up and he'll go towards top, most likely. Like, if he ported to the bottom shrine, he can only remain in the jungle. If you port to the top shrine, you can actually go and pressure this tower a little bit, which is a little bit better.
Instantly broken. Chu gonna be chased down. He has the Shadow Realm. We'll throw it out now. He was thinking about hitting the shrine, realized there was no point. But that's just a distraction. You throw all that, even a smoke as well, to get that kind of Chu, and what's happening on top? Knock knock. Towers are being taken.
They're taking down this tower. Luckily for them, luckily for Gambit, it's not like Navi has the best tower taking team either. Like, their objective taking on both of these teams is pretty abysmal. They're basically gonna have to fight it out eventually. Like, PL doesn't really push very fast. Same can be said for Nikes and Slardar.
Oh no! Oh, he actually does now. He has the phase boots. So he can get a lot more aggressive with that movement speed. He has the Guardian Sprint, and he's got 3 points to bash the deep. So he's reaching that point where he can start maxing out the sprint. When things get a little bit spooky. I mean, we've seen how intimidating a Slardar can be around the Roche pit. You're talking about people being at level 11, level 12. guess that's a big part of the game here. Is actually Gambit, while they have the means to defend Roche, Na'Vi are vastly superior at taking it.
Yeah, definitely. Gambit, they can fight around it, as you said, with the Rolling Thunder, with Earth Spirit, with Jakiro. Even these choke points definitely benefit them. But I mean, you can't really talk about like Roshan taking speed when you have Slardar against you. With that Corrosive Haze and one medallion, if it gets purchased, they take down Roshan in a matter of seconds.
Especially if they get the Vlads online. It looks like actually Blizzy slowed down a bit. He wants to go for the blink first. Understandable, they don't really have any clear initiation right now.
Yeah, so usually the build that we've seen a lot on Slardar offlane was a bracer or two, phase boots into Vlads, you just tank up, you bring a lot of utility to your team.
Oh! What? Blizzy could have got that. Immersion kind of fluffed it a little bit, but now he'll get killed in Immersion instead. With Slivering Crush there as well, give it across to Crystallize.
Yeah, he definitely could have gotten that. He kind of misclicked there or something. That was.
I mean, you don't expect it, right? Because it did look like a little bit of a mishap originally from Immersion anyway.
Yep.
So, actually Gambit getting all 4 bounty rings there.
Dahak, however,
it's going to pay a price. Go for the TP away. But is the damage enough? It's going to be close, and it is. They had the root in time. He will die.
Yeah, with the root, it's an easy kill. The Winter Wyvern will get through. And it's very important that they slow down this PL a little bit. He has 3 raid bands moving towards that diffusal. He's looking to fight right now. And killing him off like that, just telling him, slow down there, little buddy. Just chill out.
Got a long game ahead of us. Calm yourself. Roland doesn't connect into Blizzy. Didn't get the deny on the tower, but the DD and the Queen of Pain makes it a little bit too hard of a variable to deal with.
Bottom lane FNG.
Stunjakira things will go for the TP away, but there's a root. A little bit of janky wings spamming there as well.
Yeah, they get 2 kills now off of that one rotation on the bottom lane. First the PL, then they stick around a little bit, wait to see if anyone is gonna come, and they definitely certainly does, and he falls too. At the same time, Crystallize is just free farming the enemy jungle, as you can see, and he's not really feeling very pressured. He's just farming that Radiance, getting closer to it. What's really good is that Gambit isn't able to... I mean, what's really good for Na'Vi is the fact that Gambit isn't able to pressure them before that Radiance is up.
They've got literally nothing to stop him from just rage TPing. It's a big issue in this game.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that Radiance is gonna be much more powerful and much bigger spike for Na'Vi than that diffusal or whatever Dahak is building into is gonna be for Gambit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And what are the complementary items, right? The Queen of Pain heading for Yules. Or Razor, he'll be heading into his own Yules. Let's go back away here from the gank attempt. Taneko will turn on to FNG, finds himself a little bit deep. Terrorize comes out to scare Aphoninia. And there's also going to be a stun out from the Cursed Crown, but they turn around looking on Chu. Moves for his own Bramble Maze. The other side, the Magnetize is out doing a lot of damage, but it's actually going to be FNG and Chu both falling. Taneko getting low as well. Silenced up, will die. Gambit refusing to leave this bot lane area. Very splintered fight as well. That was 3 different areas of this jungle that people will converge into kills.
Yeah, Dark Willow kind of tried to go for that Queen of Pain kill, which I can't really blame her for, as is one of those supports that has an insane amount of burst damage versus squishy heroes. Sadly for her, Pango just rolled in and dealt with the Dark Willow first. They have a lot of stacks here on the side of Na'Vi too, like the ancient stacks, the left side of the map. I don't know who they're making those for us. They aren't really great at taking them.
Maybe they're just trying to help Lifestealer out. You just come over, put out a few Corrosive Hazes, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, it can help. That Lifestealer is 1k more for the relic.
FNG pleading for mercy, but Magical can't hear his screams. Too busy listening to some sweet beats. We'll find the kill on the FNG. Says hello to the hack as well. Trying to steal a few of his creeps. All the while, crystallizing a world of his own. Uninterrupted, unhindered. 3,000 gold saved up. Soon he will have that relic. What else is coming up soon? Blizzy getting close to the Blink Dagger, actually. Expect a ramp up in aggression from Na'Vi once that hits.
Double damage.
You feel the move by Magical is right to go for the Yules? I mean, we've seen a lot of ATOS raises. Does this not feel like an ATOS game?
I mean, with recent changes, I guess Yules can be justified. I feel that this is an ATOS game. There are many heroes that suffer hard from the roots, but at the same time, I guess you have some control coming from Blizzy, coming from Dark Willow, so he opts not to go for the ATOS.
Roll onto Immersion. They choose the winner's curse. There'll be a root waiting for him when it ends, and he even throws out the Magnetize, a little FU before he falls. Ron Thunder charged up. Kulich with a magical. Actually, he almost gets the Courier. Trying to kite them out, but doesn't get it. He goes down. There's always the argument with these kills, though. You're getting these kills, but every time I'm just clicking back on top and watching a free farming lifestealer.
Yeah, he's having a blast. Absolutely uncontested. With this bounty rune, he's gonna pick up that relic. 15 minutes in, Phase Boots Midas relic. This is like, this is a game any lifestealer wants, actually.
The dream. How's the hack looking?
It's
he's so far. He's got the diffusal. This is good, but do you really feel that great about it until you've got maybe a Manta, so you can definitely bleed through Crystallizer's mana supply in time with a stun? I mean, even then, is that going to be enough, right? Because he'll probably start saving up those one charges.
Yeah, he's going to be very hard to deal with. Killing off that Nyx after that relic is up, after the evasion starts sticking in, the burn, and then when he gets that level 20, it's going to be problematic. However, they want to be doing moves right now, and Magical again.
It's unexpected. Terrorize comes out, will protect, but the Ice Path is there with a Magnifier as well. Magic taking a lot of damage, blinking. There's the Infest Bomb, though. Here's the surprise they were trying to give. Akulich getting low, will roll away. Magical, he won't tick out. The Swashbuckler Cross will get him, but Akulich, he's going to give his life. The Urn connects, and the Slivering Crush comes out in Immersion, trying to roll out this nice block by Blizzy, anticipating the Ice Path is going to be there. Double kill for him, and a push towards the tier 1 mid.
Yeah, that was really good rotation by Blizzy there with the infested Nyx. Gets a double stun, counterplays them. I mean, they were so deep with that smoke, and if they manage to kill off the Razor instantly, then it works. But the problem is, whenever you make this rotation that's deep inside the enemy territory and you don't instantly get the pick off, you get punished. Like 90% of the teams are gonna punish you, especially if you stick around and still try to go for that kill. Yeah, they do take down that Razor in the end, but I think it's worth it for Navi.
Is he going to pay a price? Magnifi's coming out. Crystallize fighting here, though. Going on to FNG. Doesn't actually have his recipe picked up, but he hits hard enough. Who's close by? They find any sort of ball. Appenin taking a little bit too much damage. Wind's Curse comes out. Crystallize doesn't really care about the Sonic Wave. Yours out. Now they're doing the damage. Spirit low. Does die to Chew. And now Afon forced to just move away completely defensively. And that's before you've even brought out the Radiance.
I remember Chew like a month or two ago playing this Dark Willow for Navi and just dominating completely, and this time around, well, he's not doing as good as I remember, but he's doing really well on this Willow. These Brambles are always on point, helping out his teammates. He just soloed the Earth Spirit after the Winter's Curse too in that last fight. Crystallized man the hell up in that last fight. Just went rage into right-clicking the Jakiro. Some cores would just run away with that rage, worrying that they might die afterwards. But Crystallize understands his strengths. He stood his ground, and they take another convincing team fight.
Very ballsy as well. I mean, you got to be expecting, if you're Gambit, you're like, okay, wait, he's got to pick up the Radiance. He doesn't want to fight, and Pangolo doesn't want to fight either, but found once again. Blizzy already getting huge value out of this Blink Dagger pickup.
I'm really happy that he went for that Blink. Before he bought the Blink, he actually had Midas queued up. I think that Midas would just slow the tempo of their game by quite a lot, as you are in front right now, and there's no necessity for them to delay it even further with the Midas on Slardar. Now they're gonna have the Vlads on him too, I believe. Yeah.
They just accelerate. That's a level 2 Corrosive Haze. Into the pit they go. And Gambit, the Pangolier, still dead for 10 seconds, which is more than enough time for Navi to clean up the Roshan. What was Gambit doing in the meantime? Shoving bot. And all they have to do is station Wyvern here. Stop that completely. They gets picked up. Nothing that Gambit could do. The story of the last few minutes is Gambit. It just the moment that blink hit and that kill turned into a counter in favor of Na'Vi, Gambit, it seems like there's nowhere they can go. There's no move they can make. You know, in fairness, like we saw it, right? We saw them originally top. Crystallize was sitting there alongside Blizzy. They were expecting to use Crystallize as bait because of Gambit knowing about this Radiance timing, but it's been the story of the game. It's been ignore the Lifestealer, and as a result, you're now being punished for it.
Yeah, usually you can ignore him, but if you are ignoring him, you damn well need to make sure that you're taking team fights in your favor and that you're taking control of the map completely. But in this game, they just didn't manage to do that. And it's funny because Gambit, they're the team that played the Snipes a lot. They know how to play him really well. And we see another Infest Bomb right here coming from Slardar.
Oh, that's intimidating.
Careful on mid.
He needs to get out. He's got to do his doppelgangers. Levering Crush doesn't connect onto the hack, but the open wounds, they see the right one. The Rage active, there's going to be a bat away. The hack saved by the smash move from Immersion.
Yeah, that's
they
a
can't
really good kick. Like Immersion kicking him across the high ground so that Nikes can't follow up. He kept his cool and played that really well. At the same time, a little bit unfortunate for Blizzy that his Glittering Crush didn't really connect on the real PL there. But you saw those other illusions, they just disappear right now. Maybe they didn't have enough AoE damage for them before, but now with the Radiance, they most certainly do.
A little bit horrifying. Tangler, keeping in. He was thinking about swashbuckling the wave because he wants to slow Crystallize down, but now you have to be careful. Get the disarm out. But look at Na'Vi. They're wrapping around. The TP's coming from Quap, but maybe too late. Older Coolidge taking too much damage. The back to the deep ensures his death. Now, there's going to be a Cursed Crown coming out onto Immersion. He's already backing up, though. Problem is, if you give over this tier 1, you're probably going to give over the tier 2 as well. You already see it. Look at Gambit, like, okay, it's just done. Let them have it. Could be the name of the game. Let Na'Vi have it. Wherever they go right now, let them take it.
Just let the Nikes farm, let them have our towers. Let them...
It's not like we're using them or anything.
Yeah, let them kill our PL. Who cares? I don't think that's the right attitude. I think they're gonna have to make some plays very, very soon. They do have the magic damage, the magic burst that's necessary for them to just win these team fights straight off. But they have to first and foremost take these team fights, and I guess once Dahak has that Manta of his, they're gonna try and do exactly that.
We'll see if they're ready to get involved in the fights this game, or if Gambit is still planning their minor victory strategy. The hack, trouble, everyone's coming out, blocked by his own illusion. Realize actually which one's real right now. Diffusal doesn't stop him though. Crystallize chase full rage. Blizzy does have the blink in 3 seconds. They get wrong again though. They get pricked as a result, and that does mean the PL will get away. The creep wave is not in a position where they can push on this tier 2. A lot of Na'Vi's time just wasted there.
Yeah, they ported pretty much everyone on that top lane to try and take down the PL, who juked them really well with that illusion. I mean, it sometimes happens. You just follow the wrong one and that's it.
At least the mid lane was pushed in though. That won't stop Na'Vi. They say more towers are available, and they're curious to see if Gambit.
Oh, Immersion.
Bring Crush. They see Immersion, and there's no escape from that. He's waiting on the high ground, but well, they weren't going to wait around to see what he done first.
At the same time, Queen of Pain did manage to creep skip on the mid lane, so because of that, they aren't going to be able to convert this tier 2 push into anything further. I think they will be okay. Even the backdoor protection is on the tier 2, so even that is going to take them a little bit of time, or they're going to just bail completely, it seems.
Oh, I mean, that's pushing in. There was an illusion from the Lifestealer. Oh, he actually does have the money for the Manta, so he can go pick that up whenever he wants.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
The life of a Lifestealer, 14, almost 15,000 net worth, a huge lead over this PL as well, and another death for FNG. Up to 7 now. This is pretty brutal.
I mean, it's the problem of Jakiro in such a game. Like, the hero isn't really mobile, he's really slow, the turn rate is abysmal, so they can always run you down. They want to go high ground. I think they should probably wait for Magical's BKB, but they don't really care too much. They have the Aegis on Crystallized and they feel powerful enough when that Jakiro is dead.
Well, there you go, Aegis Reclaimed, just get max value.
Yeah, with that Aegis Reclaimed, you definitely fall back. You wait for the BKB on Magical, he has it. fully completed in his base, so I think you should wait for that too.
He's got the Manta heading towards the Shivas next. Can you even kill him at that point? I don't think you have to eliminate everyone around him on Na'Vi, right? You just don't have the raw damage. They might have the raw damage though.
They want to fight, but they haven't finished their items. This is a little bit too eager. They're letting Gambit have a shot at these team fights, it seems.
Lizzie's gonna go searching. Not a little bit soul searching, more like searching for someone else's soul. Yule's coming out, roll in. Merchant goes pretty deep here. There's the blink, the initiation. Pangolin gets caught. He can't get the wrong thunder out though. Trying to move away with the shield crash. Will it buy him enough time? It doesn't look like it. The Sonic Wave won't protect even Magical. Needing to back away. He hasn't got his BKB still to terrorize. Forcing them back somewhat. Used up. Apon can't blink away. Will finally get off. Chew in trouble. Ice Path coming out. Magnetize continuing. Blizzy. He's dead. The cold embrace won't keep him alive. Chew getting low as well. And FNG, he wants to ensure the death, but the Yules will protect. FNG, however, will die. Got a realm out. Jump in. The scream comes. Afon. Be a little bit careful. He should be able to blink away in 1 second. Yules is there, but they don't have the control.
Yeah, I mean, that fight over there, if Na'Vi just waited a bit for the BKB to be completed on Razor, is a cleanest fight ever for them. And they just roll over Gambit. But because they opted to fight without that BKB, the Razor falls very easily. Then they get Ice Path too. Like a little bit, they were just a little bit too eager to fight there, I believe.
You're just feeling yourself a little bit too much, right? Like it happens.
Like, yes, like sometimes they really prove that they have a lot of discipline with some plays, but sometimes they just make these plays that aren't truly super necessary. Like, because what they had to wait for 5 more seconds to get that BKB on Razor.
That was the thing. Even when he died, he still hadn't actually gotten his inventory. It was just the whole fight, no BKB at all.
Yeah.
Credit to FNG though. That triple ice path, especially, just allowing the magnetize to persist without entering corruption.
Oh yeah, that was magnificent. Pleasure to watch.
Na'Vi, it's okay. Okay, we've got our items this time. We can go surely. Line's been drawn as well. They're heading straight back to where it went wrong last time. This time, at least, they have their items. Motion. They see him. They will go for Wind's Curse. Nope. What goes down? Well, they'll at least de-ward the Sentry and the Obs that Gambit had there. Now Gambit know they have one as well.
There are some items coming from Dire. Like you have this Shivas on FO. You have PL building towards what seems to be a Reaver. Like he's gonna be a little bit tankier in these next fights. His illusions are gonna be tankier if nothing else. So they are finding some items that are gonna allow them to fight in these next engagements.
You have to be careful though. Crystallizer's item choices just seem to be really focused on just basically cutting off the potential PRs in the fights. He's basically at Shivas now. Just needs a recipe.
Yeah, Radiance, Shivas, Manta, basically making PL completely useless. You can see the level 20 talent is now online as well. These illusions are not gonna deal any damage whatsoever to the PL, you'll see.
Jump in. Angle has been seen. He'll use the Guarding Greaves, swashbuckle away. He'll have to use the wrong thunder, but the Yules is going to come out. They shouldn't be able to kill him, though. They'll at least still force him to use his ultimate and just retreat. Roche is up in... it's actually going to be 2 minutes, so you'll have the wrong thunder next time, definitely.
They're doing a good time on the side of Gambit, just delaying this game a little bit further. I'm not certain if it's only them that are trying to delay it, but Na'Vi just not finding the right openings.
Maybe they can with this next item pickup. Blizzy has gone for the Shadow Blade next. They might find Pangolier, actually. Gulich, there's Slivering Crush. They do enough. They got the Corrosive Haze on. He got Greaves afterwards, and beautifully done. The shield crash in just the right location to TP to safety.
Yeah, he swashbuckles to one side, makes them go that way, then
Team on top. Roots there, Yules, and they can't use Terrorize. Nice silence out from Immersion. Magical, he's hunting, but he won't find anything. Maybe Snake can set up a kill to FNG. Blizzy moving forward now. The damage is going to stopping him from blinking away. Ice Path comes in perfectly. FNG, he's dead, but he at least buys enough time that everyone else on Gambit gets out safe.
And Roche isn't up for 38 more seconds, so he's gonna be even up for that next upcoming fight around the pit. If it's necessary, he doesn't have to fly back.
Gotta be feeling tortured if you're Na'Vi right now. You keep peeking in, you're like, all right, we've done another one. Is it up yet? Nope. All right, this time we killed someone. It's got to be up, right? Nope.
So Nate's just gonna chill around and check all the time.
Okay, but this is perfect timing now. Immersion gets caught out beautifully, and it's 10 seconds until Roche is up. They know it's gonna be very soon.
Yeah, you can see that they're already running here. Soneko, he knows that it's gonna be up as he has it written down, the timer, and now they're just gonna roll into the pit, I believe, as it gets online.
They might find a pickoff. Yeah, fun. Yours is gonna be there. Terrorize as well, perfectly timed with the Cursed Crown follow-up, and the Bramble Mace holding him in. Queen of Pain will get the Yules out, but he doesn't know yet. Blizzy's here. With that, can they get the kill? Yes, they can, because Razor shows up as well.
At the same time, Crystallize in the pit, taking that rush on slowly but steadily with the Amplify, with the Corrosive Haze. It's going to be a bit faster now that Slardar rolls in.
I don't think Gambit are willing to buy back on the Queen of Pain for this. The BKB needs to come soon. They can't afford to throw that money.
Yeah, they didn't smoke up or anything like that. They're just taking control of this right side of the map, and if you see them doing that, they're basically conceding Roche. They understand that Na'Vi is taking it, but they also understand that there's nothing they can do about it at this point.
As a result, that'll be Cheese and Eggers going in the hands of Na'Vi. Should mean Crystallize unkillable. And do they keep the Cheese on Blizzy, or do they give it to Magical? I think you give it to the Razor, right?
Having it on Razor would definitely be good, but he does have that BKB to work with, while Blizzy doesn't. So
and I guess Blizzy's going to go deeper, right? Because
exactly, Blizzy has to be the initiating tool for them, so he's definitely going to be the one up front.
Oh, he's going to initiate right now, but they see him. Sentry spotted him. They're going to ping. They all need to get out right now. He's hasted, so he moves so fast. Blizzy, they'll realize now they had a ward around here.
He has that gem, so he's gonna devour all of this. 2 wards, I believe. He needs to find another one.
They want to stop this tower from being taken. They do get the deny. Limiting the gold that Gambit can actually get, because they still need more. They have the heart now on the Phantom Lancer. Heading towards the Butterfly, still a long, long way away. The BKB is almost ready for Afon, but it looks like he's switching it up. Doesn't want the BKB anymore. He's actually going for the Mjolnir gold. Jump in. First Crown is out, but the hack, he did charge away quick enough. Courtesy being assisted by the Terrorize. Done. Merchant. He's still pretty deep. He's going to try and go for the roll away, but the Yules interrupts him when he comes down. He is in a mess. The silence won't protect him. Nice macro part, and there's the Royal Thunder follow-up. A lot being done. The Winner's Curse coming out of the Pangolier, but he's still stunning them. Lifestealer just about stays alive. Does get the rage off in time. And he used the creep wave to heal up a little bit. There's the Sonic Wave being forced out. They pop the Aegis. Can they find more, though, is the real question. They get the Razor low. Can't kill him off. And now Crystallize back in the fight. Magical. Ready to fight against this. The stun's going to come out. The hack needs to escape this Manta to get out of the Cursed Ground. Still a lot of damage. Doppelgang down the low ground. Ice Path covering his escape. FNG on point throughout this engagement.
Yeah, they take down the Aegis, but they do force the buyback from Immersion. Overall, if you are a Gambit, you're all right with that fight. You play that well. What was a really strange combination of spells is the Winter's Curse plus the Rolling Thunder, because the Winter's Curse usually when used versus Rolling Thunder, it's to stop the Pango from having any impact in that fight, right? Because he's just gonna be stuck with his ulti somewhere. Sadly for Na'Vi this time and for Soneko, he Winter's Cursed Pango just as he was above Nikes. So that Rolling Thunder basically was affected by the Winter's Curse, and he was standing in spot and stunning Nikes over and over again.
I mean, it was basically a free Yules for him.
Exactly, and on the bottom lane, we see a free dead Queen of Pain.
They might find more. FNG, that's the boldest TP I have ever seen, my friend, but he had no other choice. Double kill for Crystallize. The mid wave is pushing in. Magical says, okay, we lost the Aegis, but the Queen of Pain, she doesn't have buyback. They know this because they saw the BKB.
Yeah, without that buyback, they're gonna pressure high ground right now.
Fire down, just trying to get rid of the creep wave, but the glyph has been used, as we usually see these days. Glyph coming out from Gambit now, but they'll at least get the tier 3 tower before the backdoor protection comes back up. Good enough. Crystallize moves in, sees FNG, and jumps. Blizzy went pretty deep, didn't get a chance to stun, but look at the damage of the Corrosive Haze Immersion. He bought back before, he's dead, he can't get back in his fight. This could easily be 2 lanes.
Oh, Queen of Pain is up in 20. So they're gonna have her to work with, but it's a very difficult hold for Gambit to make happen.
This could... and if they make one mistake here, this is the other thing. They might just have to give over 2 lanes. Because if they make one mistake on that second lane defense, Na'Vi just win the game right here. And this is elimination. This is you out. You have to go through minor if you screw up here. Do they let him have it? Can they afford to? When his Curse coming out, preemptive jump there, Curse Crown as well. The hack, they're throwing everything on him. Crystalite trying to move in, Sonic Wave comes out. Manta to get out of the pushback, and PL taking too much damage. Has his Doppelganger away and head for the Fountain. They do in the meantime kill off the Razor and the Dark Willow. And because of that, Crystallize is left alone without any friends in the neighborhood. Used up, and when he comes down, Silence to make sure he cannot escape. Beautiful defense coming out from Gambit. In the end, they do hold. Slowly. Surely.
Crystallize. Okay, he dies in the end. Like, once again, Na'Vi playing really well at some parts in the game, like getting good pickoffs that transfer into these background pushes, but then when it matters the most, they crack when it comes to discipline. Like, their discipline is just not there. Going for that PL with the Winter's Curse under the Ancient, like, that shouldn't be happening. Like, it's very unlikely that they get that kill, as they don't have the necessary lockdown for the PL. And they do have the necessary lockdown for FNG once again. These pickoffs are happening for them, which is good. But in that last fight, if they just stood their ground around the Raxes and waited for Pango to initiate first and then you Winter's Curse in, like, they can't truly approach you. So they are keeping Gambit in the game with these overly aggressive plays, I believe. But at the same time, they're playing so well on every other aspect in the game that they can allow to troll a little bit every now and then.
There's going to be some discussions after this game by Na'Vi either way about how they approach those base fights. It's just, it seems like they are so dedicated, so committed to that PL kill that is now so hard to achieve that they're losing sight of the rest of Gambit. See what will happen in the next few minutes. It's 2.5 minutes until Roche potentially spawns. Both teams will be looking towards that, because that, I think, maybe even either way at this rate could end up being the decider, because buybacks for Na'Vi, they need to farm them quickly. Have them in time, unless Crystallize decides to buy out on a big item. But MKB is still some way off.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna buy out for that MKB anytime soon. He sees that there is an Eagle Song on the side of Phantom Lancer. He's moving towards the Butterfly, but I think you just chill for now. You save that buyback. You don't want to do anything way too rash any longer. I think you used all your rash cards. No more dives or anything similar.
Invisibility
Is now leave you with something itchy, more like a kind of itch at your neck where you pull at your collar awkwardly as you realize you made a mistake. Na'Vi don't want to make any more of those. They're just going to wait around that Roche pit. But the thing is, Gambit is at a stage where they can do that as well. They'd like to be farming more. They have enough... Yeah, they basically have enough bullets in the clip to shoot away at Na'Vi here. Lizzie. I mean, he's bought out.
Yeah, he has that BKB. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. It's going to help him survive these fights. BKBs on these cores of Na'Vi are pretty much necessary. We said it before earlier. You just can't sustain yourself versus all the magical damage that comes from Gambit. You need those BKBs.
Looking. He's got his blink. He's got his form cape. You're basically happy if you're a Wyvern in this game with these items. Anything else is a luxury at that stage.
Yeah, it's your casual position 5 Winter Wyvern pretty much. Sometimes you see an Etherlands, but most likely it's Glimmer Cape plus Blink. That allows you to position yourself in such a way that you can always use that Winter's Curse, right? Like that Winter's Curse can be game-changing one way or another, though.
Na'Vi with preemptive strike, but instead, Gambit, maybe they bait themselves in and they're going to get bashed up. Terrorize coming out, scaring the Pangolier away, and he is just melting in the face of all this damage. He's going to be going down. Yeah, buyback, yes he does. The grind's still up. Now they're going to try and move through. Backer power down, doing a lot of damage. Life still getting pretty low. No rage for 5 seconds. He can't afford to go down, but he will. He's going to die. 90 seconds dead. He does have buyback. Wyvern on the sideline as well for another 50. And, I mean, that looked good for Na'Vi, but Gambit punish it so beautifully. Now, They're going to chase forward Magical. BKB going to be used. The buyback's going to come out. Magical looking to fight. Immersion trying to roll away. Static Link gives over a decent amount of damage to the stun. Blizzy is waiting there. Enough for them to bring down the Earth Spirit. Turning around. Dahat. He wants to fight, but doesn't realize actually they do a lot of damage in response as well. Afon, he's out of mana. He needs to back away from this quickly. Crystallize, chasing them through Dahat. Fueled up. When he comes down, Curse Crown's waiting for him, and it's going to stun him up. Have they got the damage? Yes, they have. He can't get away from this. 90 seconds dead. He has buyback. And he get in, though.
They have to either go for Rosh or force his buyback right now. I think going for Rosh is a little bit easier. And
it's a refresher. You have to.
No, going for Rosh in this situation is just way much smarter because you can take that Rosh, have an extra life over him, and then fight him instead of forcing him to buyback right now, and then maybe they chase you and they win that fight around the Rosh pit. So this is a much better option for Na'Vi. They get the cheese, they get the Aegis. You give the Aegis to that lifestealer that doesn't... the DD.
Oof. I think you're about to say he doesn't have buyback, which is why that Aegis is so crucial. Now with this DD... Oh no. Not again. Avon, he was down here recently. It's going to happen again. Oh, Afo. He's blinking away. Blizzy is coming though. He's going to go for it. Slivering Crush. No! So close.
This time around, he doesn't manage to get that kill, but honestly, he got so many kills on with this Queen of Pain that I'm happy she survived for at least the first time now.
He's owed a few chips at this stage.
Yeah, he's had a rough time so far in this game.
Crystallize now looking to rough up these racks. Need to stop him, but he has that second life, so you can't commit onto him first. Ice Path to delay him. Looking and probing for an opening, but Na'Vi aren't showing any signs of weakness yet. FNG's taking more damage than they are. Their axe falling. That strikes to slow them down. They're going to back away right now. They just want to try and actually get rid of this shrine to make sure there's no sneaky backstab attempt by Gambit. Understandable here. This is really coming down to the line.
They took down the side and they're taking down the shrine, but it looks like Gambit, they want to fight this. They want to fight around their own shrine. I think that's the best place to fight if there's any.
Crystallize being chased onto. Blizzy guesses wrong on the PL illusion though. Dahat just laughing as he walks off to the side. Magical being slowed down a little bit. BKB activate, has to stand and fight against this. Dahat, which one is the real one is the question. They're looking at the Wyvern, gonna get him low. He's gonna fall. Doesn't have any way back in this Sonic Wave through. Magical still really low. The BKB is gonna run out soon though. He needs to be careful. He has to use the refresher shot just to do this much. FNG will fall, used up in the air. The Aegis has been reclaimed. Crystallize back in the fight. Can he do anything with this? Nope. They say abort. Let me hop inside you, Blizzy, and take me on a fair journey up the river.
Yeah, they have that Shadow Blade on him, so they get out safely. Did anyone buy back on? Did right?
No, those were just big kills. That was huge for Gambit there.
Yeah, they played that out really well. I love the way PL just ran into them, created so much space for his teammates, also baited them to go on a wrong illusion, right? To go on an illusion, that is.
They wasted so much time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Gambit, the thing that they struggle the most in this match right now is these pickoffs that are coming from Slardar. Like, they managed to somehow stick together and not feed any more kills to these pickoffs. They can definitely take these team fights as they just demonstrated.
It was the beautiful prioritization. You saw from Gambit, they were pinging that back line. They commit so heavily on the Wyvern because when you get off to a bad start in a fight like that as Na'Vi, you need that reset. If Wyvern is dead, you can't fight into the lineup of Gambit anymore. It just feels like we're reaching a point where it's the typical counter to Lifestealer. Just ignore him. Just kite him, lol. Move away from him. Don't pay attention to him. It's not that big hit crit Lifestealer we've seen built in the past, right? With like the Daedalus build up. This is all about zonal control.
Yeah, I mean, he still does do quite well with the Mjolnir, with the Shivas and Radiance versus the PL. But if the PL isn't around him, if he's chasing some other targets, then the PL is the one that dishes out much more damage, obviously, and creates more space. Yeah, but honestly, it's the Queen of Pain and the Jakiro that are just wrecking them in these team fights. Once those BKBs are down, you have the Sonic Wave, you have the Ice Pad, the Macro Pyre. There's just so much damage. So much overtime damage coming from Gambit. Well, if you are Na'Vi, you need to get these pickoffs.
There is a huge power spike coming in from Gambit. You look at him. close to 25. That fear on the Scream of Pain, it makes it so much harder for Na'Vi. Especially the way they fight quite clustered because, you know, you've got a life-stealing lamp. You've got a Razor. You want to be on top of these heroes. That
fear is game-changing. Like, that could win them the game straight off. The power spike of that fear is just ridiculous.
Go back to the base, though. And it'll be obvious that they were smoked up, considering they just let creeps hit their tier 4s.
Well, Na'Vi was smoking up as well, trying to make one of their own moves. They had to fall back to it. They didn't see anyone on the map. They're just way too worried at the moment. They realize like that the game can go either way right now, and these team fights are all that matters.
Fit for a queen.
Na'Vi, sensing they need more physical damage. You actually look at Razor. He's planning to go into a dayless. He's about to hit 25. Probably going to see that attack speed talent coming out.
They finished up the AC too, so they have that to work with. Chu is going to go for the Hex for some more control versus the versus anyone, the Queen of Pain and the PL most likely.
Just a game of stall. Wait for that Roche. Still 2.5 minutes because that Aegis was claimed so early in its spawn time. The focus. My big interest right now is the XP that's gonna come into effect soon. Like Akulich is about to hit 25. We already mentioned Afon. Blizzy at level 23. When he gets up to 25, actually, that Slithering Crush could be huge. Or do you just go Corrosive Haze Undispellable here because of the magic immune targets?
I think you can go for both any. Like the 1.25 seconds addition to the Slithering Crush duration is probably the better option at the moment for them. Like versus the PL, some more control versus Queen of Pain. Its cold put helps them quite a lot.
Or support still far away from that. Of course, if this does go insanely late, you're talking about a game that has a Wyvern on one side and a Jakiro on the other. Two of the definitely most strong talents at level 25 for supports.
Well, Winter Wyvern, it's good. Like you take the first duration, right?
Well, actually, I think the argument, Splinter Blast is insane.
Is great. Man, I love Winter Wyvern. I played her so many times in my pro games as well. The amount of times I played Winter Wyvern is insane, but getting to that level 5 was always a problem. Like, it's not really a hero that you, like, I'm even watching these talents and I'm like, all right, I forgot what the talents are.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you really like that sounds OP, but you're like, it's 25 Hex coming in. Actually, that was the move from Earth Spirit. He tried to get in here and he pays the price. They need to get everyone out. Bramble Mace won't connect on older Kulich. He does have buyback, dead for 50 seconds. Probably the best time to die, considering Roche can't spawn for at least 50 more seconds. Acrobat down, trying to slow things down. Magic taking a lot of damage. Chase forward an FNG. Oh, nice Sonic Wave through. Magical, though. He's going to be protected. He's the cheese up. He's going to be healed up to full right now. Witness Curse coming out. Roll through. Connects on a Wyvern space. Kills her off. Now they're going to turn around looking for something, but Queen of Pain has to move away. Crystallize doing way too much damage with his BKB active. They can't deal with him. Instead, they'll try and deal with Razor. Gets rid of him. 100 seconds there. Buyback comes out. Crystallize still standing in the middle of this to terrorize. Connects on the 2. PL run over the high hills. Yule's coming out, though. When he comes down, can they do the damage? Slithering Crush gets dodged out by the doppelganger up to the high ground and Crystallize. Pursuing through. Ice Path won't connect. Needs to be careful, getting low on mana and might be burnt out completely. Rage still on cooldown for 3 more seconds. The Hack being chased on 2. Splinter Blast slows him up down to half HP. True trying to zone out the rest of the team. Blizzy connects with Slithering Crush. The Hack, he can't afford to go down here. Doppelganger all small swans into that Bramble Maze, but just about dodges it out. He will escape alive.
That talent of his just helping him out there, doppelganging time after time to get out. But overall, so many buybacks in that last fight. How many did we even have? It was
5.
Razor 5 buybacks overall.
2 for Na'Vi, 3 for Gambit. I mean, these are big ones for Na'Vi, especially the Wyvern. But at the same time on Gambit, you know, you're talking about the Queen of Pain, that we expect those Scream Pains to be so huge. Now you have to be really paranoid about going deep because you don't have any second life to work with. And now you might not even have this life to work with. This solo Jumpy coming in, Chu doing a lot of damage. BKB gets forced, and he's going to pay the price of greed for it. Gets him close. They're not done, though. They're going to go in. The best bomb coming out. They get the kill to Jakiro. Turn around older Kulich next. Slithering Crush is there. Can they bash him up? No. No bashing deep coming out. Sineko in trouble. Use the Cold Embrace to buy a little bit of time, but the Hack will finish him off. Ron Finder Fruit blinks forward. Looking onto the Slardar. Yule's coming out. When he comes down, can they control him, though? Blizzy, BKB's up. Looking to move away. Can't afford to give over the gem. Can't afford to give over his life. Shadow Blades and runs for the high hills. RV as is so typically fitting of them this game, feeling themselves a little bit too much and getting a little bit too greedy.
Yeah, every now and then they take full control of the map, full control of the game, and then they do something borderline stupid and be the way. This time around, it wasn't really that greedy or that undisciplined. Like Dark Pillow, he sees an opportunity to go on that Queen of Pain. If you do manage to take down that Queen of Pain, that might be game right there. So risking that movement is justifiable, right? Sadly, it didn't work out for them this time around. The Queen of Pain got the BKB off and dealt with the Dark Willow instead.
This is always the big problem with trying to go on the Queen of Pain, right? You expect it to be this glass cannon, but of course the stat gain is decent, and the way that Queen of Pain is typically built, you become pretty damn tanky with your build. You know, you got a lot of armor, you got 2.5k HP right now. It's a big ask. Have to rely on physical damage in future. If you just have +1 though, anyone else there, 100% she's dead. Dead. Both teams calm down as Roche will respawn in 20 seconds. They know it's going to be soon. This could decide everything. A lot of the base of Gambit is gone, but with so many buybacks being committed on each side, it doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant at this point. Like, Na'Vi has the benefit of these two lanes always pushing in. So if they want to make plays, it's much easier for them as they have the vision necessary. That's why taking down two sides is so good. Even taking down one side, it's not even about denying them the gold and the experience. It's the fact that someone always has to be there defending. If you want to smoke up and there's two waves in your base, you think you're ancient, it's very unlikely that the enemy team isn't gonna realize that you're smoked up, right? So these creeps, they're your mobile wards, just giving you info all the time. And that's the benefit that Na'Vi has got going for themselves right now. And they're smoked up again. They see
it's because this is bot lane as well, right? It's the one furthest away from the Roche pit, and you never really have to tend to it as Na'Vi. Instead, you're going to try and tend to some heads here and try and lob them off, wrapping around. And pretty deep Blizzy is here. Amber are on the high ground as expected, where you'd expect to see them. Terrorize come onto the refresh. Oh my god! Blizzy! He jumps in. Pangolin has to buy back straight away, but the damage may already be done. Queen of Pain is down. The winner's curse comes out. Dahak has got a lot to do. Can he do it is the real question. Doppelganger fighting up against this. Blizzy's going to stand his ground though. Bash to the deep. They know which one's the real one. Dahak gets down the low ground. This non-dispellable corrosive haze talent means they know the game is up. He can't get out. The bash to the deep. The missed chance. Trying to dodge out. Can Roche deny it? Maybe, but it won't matter. They get the kill. And Na'Vi, they have taken full control of this game off the back of the godly move of Blizzy there.
that Blizzy jump in, that terrorize as well, instantly followed up by Chu. That was just some next level stuff right there. That was a ravage. That wasn't a crush.
Well, he crushed the spirits of Gambit. 80 seconds without the Queen of Pain. Buyback on the PL straight away. He has to hold this. It's all on him. He's got his teammates around him, but that Queen of Pain, so crucial to the dynamic of the fights, is no longer there.
60 seconds without her. Can they hold the high ground? That's the question. You have the Jakiro, you have the Macro Pyre, but that's... it's so difficult. There's a Rage on Ike. There's that attack speed on the Razor.
They ain't leaving. They want everything. They will settle for nothing less from Gambit here. It's going to be mega creeps, and do you even leave then? It's a 40-second window. Maybe it's a little bit greedy to try and go for the throne. Maybe not. Getting ready to scout out here. Mega creeps achieved. Chris lies. It's hesitant, but he says, yes, go. 30 seconds. Queen of Pain still not able to get back in. This ice path will delay somewhat, but they cannot heavily commit. They just have to hope they get the disarm from the lucky shot. One tier 4 will at least fall. Well, Blizzy gone pretty deep here. Roland Finder charged up. The BKB comes out. Terrorizes there as well. Now Merchant, he's just going to disappear from the map. Winner's Curse coming out onto 2. Terrorize is prepped and ready for Pangolier. He cannot escape from this. Terrorize crew connects on the 2 of them, and it looks like they've done it. Na'Vi have beat Gambit. Gambit will have to go through the minor to have a hope in hell of making it to Paris, as Na'Vi will go through to the lower bracket finals up against Empire. What a game. What a series coming out here from both Gambit and Na'Vi. And in the end, what a way to decide it. Blizzy with that 4-man slivering crush to just destroy Gambit's formation on that high ground around the Roche pit.
Yeah, I just love watching Navi, honestly. Like, this series proved that, like, they might lack discipline here and there, but they're like that, you know, like that crazy eccentric sportsman. Like, they have these moments of brilliance, but at the same time, they have moments of utter stupidity, like diving that PL under the Ancient. If they didn't do that, if they finished off the Raxes back then, this game would have been much easier for them, but they like making it harder for themselves time and time. Yeah, and that's definitely finishing in style. Just jumping on 4 of them, slithering, crushing them right there. Full team wipe. That was something else. And